what is up, Crockxen clan members, Poke fans, and others who have come on this video. Today we are here with week 1 of season 1, the official start of the Infernal League. Okay, this isn't the side thing we did, okay, back in the day with the underdog boost. No, we have the official first season coming back of the Infernal League. We are here, we are ready to go. This is my week 1 opponent, which was 864. They're a new person that joined our Discord, link in the description, so you guys can join and maybe participate in the future season, all that stuff, or you can even be a substitute in case somebody has to drop out. But anyways, so I did a live stream talking about my draft a couple days ago, and this was the squad that I came up with to face 8s. Now I did have my boy Zen with me, because you know my boy Zen is my boy, and he's always the one that he's basically my training partner, my team building helper. Like we always vibe together. It sucks because I've never beaten him in an actual battle, and it's because I'm so used to practicing with him that it's really hard, because he understands me better than I know myself when it comes to team building, because he's the one that gives me advice. So when we have our battles, he already knows the kind of mindset I go into, so I need to like come up with a strategy for when I face him this season. But regardless, we came up with the squad. Now, as you can see, this man has some threats, or female. I don't know if AIDS is a female or a male or in between. They'll probably let me know in the comments or on Discord or whatever. But they have a really powerful team. Now, they didn't bring, I don't remember who it was. There was 2 other mons that he had on his team that were potential candidates for me to face. My boy Zen, you know, he was helping me with the testing and all that stuff. But either way, he's got some powerful threats. Rillaboom, the Rillaboom Sneasler, you know, combination is very famous back in OU, and is actually the reason why Sneasler got banned, because it's broken. But we had some tech for it. So looking at my squad, I have a Muck. Yes, a Muck. Crazy, weird ass Pokemon. But we have Muck here, who was supposed to be my check / counter to the Sneaslers, because it can't hit me relatively hard with the combination moves it has. Since it can't Terra, it means that it can't boost its acrobatics, so I can tank any hit. And on top of that, we had the bright idea, to give it a grassy seed, so that when Rillaboom is in, and you know they do their whole combination, they're gonna activate their burden and all that stuff, and I'm gonna get a defense boost automatically. So we cool like that, right? We like that. So that Mux, that's the main reason why it's there. Ogerpon was basically my physical attacker that's supposed to be handling a lot of the threats that he potentially could have brought. I know that Ogerpon can literally tank any one hit from Rillaboom, so that's why it's there, or she's there. Garganacci, you know, my boy Garganacl, this one was supposed to be tanking not only the Sneasler, but also it dealt with the Skarmory, the Bisharp, basically anything and everything, and this thing is supposed to be a fucking tank. There was something else. I think there was 2 other mons that it was tasked with dealing. Okay, so it could have potentially dealt with Jirachi, as well as Vivillon and Cryogonal, I think was the last one. But essentially, it's still supposed to be like a tank, and I also gave it the Poison Terra type in case I needed a backup for Sneasler, because like I said, Sneasler is a fucking threat and a half. So it's there. And then my boy Hisuian Typhlosion came in with a clutch. I had a very, very, very messed up set. I had Flamethrower substitute, Infernal Parade, which is like standard, but then I had fucking Curse. I had Curse on it, because if anything tries to set up on me, then I basically chunk their HP. And then my boy Treads, I don't remember exactly what I had on Treads, but I know that it's supposed to be physically strong enough to be able to handle pretty much everything, or Oko most things, and Volt Switch for switch advantage. And finally, we had Murkrow, and the reason the Murkrow's here is because Zen thought it'd be a good idea for me to have something for setup, so that's why it's there. It's literally just here for Thunder Wave and Haze, and that's basically it. If I can get a foul play off, fine, but other than that, it's basically useless. So without further ado, I've been talking for a clean like 10 minutes, not even that, but close enough. we're gonna get into this replay and tell you guys about what happened, my plays, and all that stuff, like I used to do back in the day. I know you guys enjoy those, so let's get started with this shit, shall we? So, officially leading off, Ogerpon, my fastest mon. I have to, this is an immediate advantage because I can see what he's trying to lead off with. I know he's not going to do the Sneasler thing right now, but I can still find out what kind of Rillaboom this is. If it's faster than me, that means it's Scarf. I can take any Scarf hit. If it's Banded and he goes for Grassy Glide, I can tank it because I've seen it happen with myself in OU. So I can kind of figure out what kind of thing we're dealing with here, just based off of how this first turn plays out. I am going to do a U-turn because, like I said, I live every hit. No matter what he does, I'm going to live it. Even if he goes for a Choice Scarf, a Wood Hammer, I live it, I tank it, and go from there. So this first turn can give me an idea of what we're dealing with. So we're going to start off with that. So we're going to U-turn out of here, and does a lot of damage, so it's not relatively bulky. I go out to Typhlosion, I find out it's leftovers. Goes for U-turn, so this is where I find out, like I said, I'm trying to figure out what I'm playing with here. As I mentioned, there's no way that he's going to do enough damage to my Ogerpon at the beginning of the match, which is why I felt it was safe enough for me to go for that U-turn. And Typhlosion is just going to be here. I don't remember what he went into. I think he might have switched into the Volcanion or the Chansey. I don't recall. The battle happened like 2 days ago. I already forgot what the fuck happened today. But that's besides the point. Okay. Typhlosion's gonna be here. We got the Volcanion. I'm pretty sure I don't stay in. Or no, I do. Okay, so I think this is where I made a judgment call. Okay. Ogerpon is supposed to be my wall for a lot of things, especially Volcanion spamming water moves. Now at this point, I don't know what type of Volcanion set this is. This could be Specs, this could be Scarf. I don't think it's either one, but I can't use Frisk on it right now, obviously, so Typhlosion can't help me too much. But I'm going to make the assumption that it might be Choice in some way, or it's going to still like use, Steam Eruption again. But I made the misplay, and I do switch into Ogerpon and I get Sludge Bomb, so now I know for a fact he's not Choiced in any way, so he might be Assault Vested, I'm not sure. Ogerpon not doing too hot here. Now, this was a misplay, okay? Like I said, I played my Ogerpon terribly in this match. I Oko Volcanion, for the most part, especially in grassy terrain, with a Power Whip, with the spread that I have. But obviously, Skarmory's coming in. I don't know why I didn't put 2 and 2 together. And I basically lose my Ogerpon here because it has a Rocky Helmet. So, terrible misplay. I go back out to Typhlosion. I already know it has Rocky Helmet, so this doesn't matter. But this is a good time to go for the substitute. Because like I said, he's not staying in. And I play off the curse here. Now, this Chansey, this motherfucking Chansey here, I'm still salty about this. This is a setup fucking Chansey to tank any fucking hit because Chansey's bulky enough as it is already. And this boy, or this girl, I keep saying this shit. I don't know what AIDS is. I need to just stop assuming their gender and stuff like that. But anyways, this is a setup Chansey, but it's not even for offensive capabilities. It's literally just to tank better. Because I don't think I used any moves besides this and Seismic Toss and a way to heal. So, I kind of wish, like in hindsight, obviously it didn't matter in this match because Typhlosion never had to come in on hazards. Because I don't think they never set up hazards to begin with. So I would have liked to have some form of recovery here with leftovers and stuff like that. Because right now, like I'm low, right? I don't like this whatchamacallit, the fact that I'm so low HP and there's no way for me to heal. I messed around with a couple items and also like move slots, and I did have rest before I added Flamethrower, but I thought that was because I thought it was a stupid idea to have no fire type coverage when I have to deal with 2, 3, potential 4 mons that are weak to fire, you know. So I made that calculation. I definitely think I should have gone with, you know, leftovers or some like berry to heal, because if I'm using curse, I'm cutting into my own HP and I'm not recovering in any way. But that's besides the point. Chansey can't stay in. I do go for the flamethrower here. It's not going to do anything to Volcanion. I will go for the Infernal Parade. I see it's tanky on the special side, but I kind of expected that to begin with. I'm going to sack Typhlosion at this point, okay? And the reason for that is I don't see a way, okay? I don't see a way for Typhlosion to... the correct answer is I don't have a way to guarantee that the rest of my mons are not going to take fucking huge chunks of damage from this fucking monster at this stage in the game, right? So there's no reason for me to risk it at this point. I still don't know why he went for Earth Power, all the other moves. Like, you literally have Steam Eruption right there. You don't miss and you hit everything, literally. So that, I think that was a misplay on their part. But I am sacking my Typhlosion here because I have to figure out a way to get past all this stuff. Now, I believe I go out to my treads after this because I can take out the Volcanion from where it's at and deal with everything else. So, if I remember correctly, that's how I played it out. So, I let Typhlosion die. I'm pretty sure I go to treads, yes. But I don't stay in. Okay, Quark Drive. Now that's... fuck me, man. I had fucking Booster... because I was like, okay, well, I can use this to potentially outspeed, whatchamacallit, I think it was Flame Charging Volcanion to speed up Rillaboom, and then I won't outspeed Sneasler, but I can make sure I'm faster than most other things. So, but this was a misplay, obviously, because the thing is, I go for Volt Switch anyways. So I basically wasted my booster. And then I go out to Murkrow. Now Murkrow, I'm going to go for Foul Play here. Now, I almost killed. And I think if I had a little bit more offensive investment, you know, if I maybe a little bit more attack EVs, I would have killed this fucking Rillaboom and not lost my fucking Chesto Berry, which would have helped me heal. But I didn't. Granted, I probably wouldn't have taken this hit as well as I did if I had tried to do that. But that's besides the point. Okay? I'm not resting this fucking battle. I guess that's how it is. Because this fucking bitch lost Roost. So, I go out to go for the Thunder Wave to deal with this fucking Sneasler coming in. Because I knew... Okay. At this point, I knew for a fact the Sneasler was coming in. There's no way in hell I'm not paralyzing this fucking asshole. So then I do my strategy. I bring in the Muck. Okay, the Mug gets his Grassy Seed. I get boosted defenses. Granted, he has boosted defenses as well, but he's paralyzed. Okay, this is the advantage here. I can play the mind games here, and he's not gonna waste this Sneasler. Okay, if he switches out, he won't be faster than my Treads anymore. Okay, this is not. Well, actually, I still think he does because Treads 342 and you hit 372, so you're gonna be faster than Treads. But my point still stands. Okay, he's not switching out this fucking Sneasler. So I know for a fact he's going for some type of sweep here because I already lost my fastest Mon with fucking Ogerpon and it's just not happening. Okay, so I'm ready to tackle with this thing. Okay, if my Mud comes in here and deals with this shit, I can Zen Headbutt this man to oblivion, and I almost did. Now I didn't have max attack on this fucking guy because of the fact that I want to be able to handle the Sneasler, so I need defensive capabilities. Yes, I have +1 defense, but Muck's defense isn't as great as his special defense, and while I can take any one hit from this fucking Sneasler, if it sets up too much, I can't take those damages too well. Now, the hindsight in this battle is I could have gone for Curse here. I didn't think he was going to get paralyzed at this turn. Okay, that's not what I'm saying. But I could have set up alongside this Sneasler and taken everything he hits me with. Okay, and then I can deal with the rest of his mons because now I'm physically tanky as fuck. Now Volcanion was going to be a pain in the ass, but because Muck's special defense stat is relatively good, I think I still would have been fine without it. So regardless, we go some mind games here. He goes for a Dire Claw. Now this was scary, okay? Because he gets the status, okay? Dire Claw is a fucking bitch ass move. Because if he had slept me there, I would have fucking lost. Okay, I straight up would have lost this battle. Why? Because of the fact that he can just set up his godforsaken swords dance as much as he wants, and this stupid ass Sneasler would have swept me completely. But thankfully, I only got paralyzed. Now we're both paralyzed. Yes, fine. But I can easily defeat this Sneasler now because, yeah, sure. Look, it did 27 damage. That's not enough. It's gonna take the Sneasler longer to defeat my Monk than it will be for me. I just need to break in once. He needs to break in like 3 times, potentially 4. You know, so we go in. Why did I go for Fire Blast then? Why did I? Okay, so this is me in hindsight thinking I made a really terrible play here. There's no reason for him to switch out his Sneasler here. The only logical mindset I have is that I potentially went for the Fire Blast thinking, oh, there's no way he's not going to switch into Skarmory here. But he would waste this Sneasler. So this was a terrible misplay on my end. I still kill this fucking Sneasler here. Okay, that doesn't fucking matter. But I was cutting it close there. And then, like I said, I lived this easily. So my Poison Touch activates. Volcanion is basically dead at this point. I don't need my Muck at this point because I literally deal with the rest of his mons with the remaining Pokemon I have. Murkrow's the only potential issue here. If I have to sack something, I'm going to sack that. Okay, because it's not as good as everything else I have. Treads and... what the fuck is this thing called? Treads and Garganacl are my only chances to win this now, okay? So they have to win. They have to stay alive for the rest of this. So it's going to go down. I expect the Rillaboom to come in. So I go out to... That's not what I thought. That's definitely... I could have sworn I went out to Murkrow there. But still, this is good because I can just switch into... Both switch out to my Garganacl and deal with the Skarmory 101. So I go out, I go for the Volt Switch. This thing is gonna, you know, it's gonna live. I go out to Murkrow here. I do go for the foul play again, I think. Yeah, this Skarmory is being a pain in my ass. But I do paralyze it. I do believe that Garganacl is the one that's coming in now. And I do go for the Salt Cure, and this Rillaboom is not going to be too happy about that. I think the way I did it is... Yeah, okay. So this is what I said. This is now my chance to win this entire goddamn battle. Okay, at this point, Treads is not gonna win the way I want him to, so I'm not gonna tear a Treads. But Garganacl at this point in the game, the fact that Rillaboom is so weak or such low HP means I can tank it easily. I can deal with the Skarmory, who can't do much to me now that I'm poisoned, because even if he has body press, he's not going to do jack shit because of the fact that I'm poisoned, or that I'm a poison type. I can deal with the Bisharp now that it can't hit me super effectively, and Chansey just doesn't stand a chance. So I tank that like a champ because Garganacl is a boss. I go for the body press. I think they come in with the Bisharp here. And this is where the setup begins because he goes for the whatchamacallit, the Fighting Terra type. Now, Salt Cure is going to win this for me, okay? I don't need to do much. Oh, right. I had Zen Headbutt again for the Sneasler, but it's helping me here. Granted, Bisharp now has access to Eviolite, so it's going to be tankier than ever, right? But this is where the mind game comes in, okay? I have 2 Mons left. Garganacl can take any one hit that this fucking Bisharp goes for. So, this is where it becomes crucial. How do I deal with this thing? Because even though I can take whatever hit he goes for, I'm still going to take a lot of damage, right? Because Bisharp is strong as fuck. It's the King Gambit before King Gambit was a thing, right? This thing is a fucking monster house. The mind game comes in because of the fact that Salt Cure is broken as hell. Okay, the fact that this is a move that damages you over time, like every other, you know, trapping move, it's technically considered a status effect. So even if I switch out from Garganacl, Bisharp's going to continue to take damage as if it was burned, poisoned, you know, all that shit, right? Or leech seeded or you know, all that stuff. So, this brings me to advantage. And the fact that Garganical has a broken ability like Purifier's Thought, which means you can't get, you know, the typical stuff that Garganical or that other monsters would be affected by, don't get affected by it. I think that's why I never flinched. But he does go for the Iron Head. And I'm going to recover spam. Just for a little bit. Okay? I'm not gonna risk this too much, okay? But I am gonna switch it to treads. This is, like I said, this is the game plan. This is the mind games. Okay, treads can take any single Iron Head that he goes for because treads is bulky as fuck. It's not gonna take it well because of the fact that he's +4, but I can take it, and because I'm faster than Bisharp, they have to go for the Sucker Punch. And when they go for the Sucker Punch, what do? I'm going to switch out. Salt Cure is here to tank the business. I take it, and no matter what he does now, Garganical is going to live. And I'm going to recover. Bisharp is gone. They got 2 Mons left. They have a Chansey that can't handle me, and they have a Skarmory that's going to get Salt Cured to death. Okay? So at this point, the game is over. Chansey can't do anything to me. It is going to try to set up. But as soon as I get the Salt Cured on it, it's done. Okay? It's going to get continuous chip damage. And the fact that I have Body Press, which is super effective, means this is done. It's over. I basically won at this point. There's no way for them to win. And I became an asshole at this point. I will admit. I became an asshole because I could have just killed this fucking Chansey. And I didn't do it. Why? Because I'm an asshole. They're going to attack me again because they're faster than me. And instead of attacking the Chansey, I'm going to heal. I'm going to recover all my HP back. Which means there's no way in hell I'm losing this battle. Skarmory's coming in. They forfeit. The battle's done. Okay? At this point, they do talk in the chat saying that they technically misclicked because they should have waited to Terra the Skarmory. I don't remember what their Skarm set was. Let me check. I think because we have Terra enabled in the preview. I'm trying to recall what their Terra was. Either way, I still would have won because there's nothing that they can do to Garganical at this point in the game. Okay, maybe I can decipher this. So they had Fighting type Bisharp. I'm assuming you're ground, you're grass, so you're a ghost, you're normal because you can't Terra, and you are water. So in theory, if they were ghost Terra, I still don't think they wouldn't have been able to do enough because of the fact that Salt Cure does too much over time. And I can just recover off anything they do. The fact that I don't even know what move did we? Yeah, we only saw Body Press, which means you can't do much to me anyways. So I think I would have been fine, to be honest, because Salt Cure doesn't activate Rocky Helmet, which means I could just spam the fuck out of that and be done with it. Because Salt Cure has 24 PP, so. Either way, this was a very tense, close match. I was nervous a lot of the time. If I had gotten Parahax, or if I had gotten slept by that goddamn Direclaw, that would have been tricky. It would have been rough, and there was a chance I could have lost that. So, that's still, it's still something. I could have done something else. I could have found, I don't know. I don't know what I would have done. But I would have figured it out, okay? Murkrow was there for a reason, So I would have been able to at least haze off everything from the Sneasler. And then just had Garganical come in and do its thing, So I was able to win my first match of the season, so I'm very proud about that. I'm very happy about that. I'm looking forward to the rest of the season and all the players that we have. I mean, we have some familiar faces that you guys are going to see. We have Zen, Yoder, Dorg, Jack, Filthy Cubone, and I think Con is also here. So we have some old staples. Zach is here as well. And then we just got some new folks that are brand new to the league, brand new to the server. So I'm really happy and excited to see all these players and how their different play styles are. I kind of hate Zen because, well, he didn't do it. The randomizer put me against brand new people, you know, for so many early matches. So I don't even have the ability to gauge, you know, what kind of players they are and stuff like that. So, I mean, I'm looking forward to how everything is with these people. Because battling is fun, and you know, techniques and strategies are always good, and they're always good to see. So I'm really looking forward to how these people play and what we have in store for us for this season. And I hope you guys are with me for this journey. I do apologize, the video is a little long. I am gonna try to cut it out, you know, some of the quiet times or some of the times where, you know, there's always like bloopers and mess ups and stuff like that. So, well, not bloopers because I'm not gonna show them to you, but you know, just mess ups with things I said or words I got cut up, you know. So you're not gonna see all that stuff. So it might be a little shorter than what it's looking at right now in the recording. But regardless, I hope you guys join me for this adventure. This video will be going out today, and the live stream for the rankings slash you know, the battles and stuff like that are happening slash happen will be on Thursday. So I hope to see you guys here on the Crockxen Clan channel, the SoresanCrockxen. And if you're really interested in participating or being a part of this experiment, well, not really experiment, but this league, you can always join the Discord. Link is always in the description. And while you're might be able to join for this season, we're always looking forward to, you know, people for future seasons, people that might not be able to join back again, or people who maybe not be, you know, they do one season and not the other, stuff like that. So you're always welcome. Plus, I'm really open to the idea of having double leagues happening, or like a rookie league and stuff like that. So feel free to join. And also, I don't know how I'm gonna do like the other players stuff. I mean, they're always gonna be invited if they want to do, you know, participate in like the streams and stuff. But I don't know how I'm gonna do like the rest of the battles like I used to do before, because I don't necessarily feel up to doing the replays like I used to do before, because those weren't that engaging, at least for me. So I'll leave that up to you guys how we handle those. So leave your you know, sound off your requests in the comment sections. And that's gonna be it from your boy. Thank you guys so much for watching. I've been SoresanCrockxen. Hurricane Island Lugias are currently 1-0. Woo!